Overlaw'd. He'll fight for your rights, and he's got his own channel shining bright. From the courtroom to the web, he's got it all. Sharing legal knowledge, answering the call. He breaks it down in a language your rights, and he's got his own channel. Overlaw'd taking a stand with his saucy charm and his legal know-how. He's a hero we need, showing us how. He fights for justice, no case too tough. The RC Overlaw'd, he's more than enough.
Alright, what do you reckon, Angel? You good? You ready?
He's more than enough.
Do you want me to go and get your dog bed? Are you comfy? Don't look at me like that. I just want to make sure you're alright. You're getting old.
In Melbourne town, where the suits all grind,
Okay, I think
there's
I'm
a
good.
lawyer with a vision, one of a kind.
Buttons. Get off that soundboard just in
He'll
case.
fight for your rights, and he's got his own
I think we should be
channel
good. Alright.
shining bright. From the
Get on a stick, let's do it.
courtroom to the web, he's got it all. Sharing legal.
Okay. Testing. Hopefully this thing's on. We all know what I'm like after a break and a hiatus, so God only knows what's actually going on. I assume I'm not muted. Somehow the secondary webcam did actually manage to get into frame, so I'm just going to move that out of the road. How you doing, folks? It's been a long time since I've done a live, and that was after I promised that I'd start doing them more frequently, so sorry about that. Been watching Gundam Wing for the first time. Can say it's incredibly based all the way back in '95. Predicted the WEF globalist agenda. I know you've been drinking, so fair. But yeah, no. Look, there's a reason that Gundam Wing is so beloved. Even like when you compare it with the original series and the nostalgia effect of that, and going through Zeta, Double Zeta. Wow, and I just went on a total nerd rant. Sorry about that. But yes, there's a reason. So, anyway, back to where I was. Look, we know that I love Gundam. We know that I love talking about the models and all that sort of stuff. So, look, if that's not really your thing, stay out of the Nerdvana section of the Discord, okay? Because Drone and I are probably going to go hard on it over the next few months. Because apparently I managed to convince him to start doing it. I have no idea how the fuck I did that, but and I've got something like 25 models that I've got to get through a backlog of. Now, I haven't decided if I'm going to actually do that as a recording, or if I'm going to do that live, or if I'm just going to do that when I'm feeling depressed, or just want to, whatever else. But I need to build them, basically. So, anyway, hello, Glennis. Good to see you. Matilda, good to see you too. Jakety Buck, hello. And about with Diane, good to see you too. 8th MS team still your favorite, hence why you bought the ball. Fair enough. That's fair. I was actually looking for was it? I was looking for something that I thought would be a little bit more of a challenge for you. But the ball's a good. It's a good master grade kit. It's literally like it's cheaper than some of the real grade kits that you can do for some of the larger, more intricate models. So it's it's a good one to take a crack at. And there's Lady Overlaw'd in the chat telling me to hurry up and open up the box. Well, I mean, maybe if you go and put some lingerie on, I'm gonna cop it for that later. Anyway, so what she's talking about is, as some of you may have been aware, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we stopped in at USA Foods, had some really good American burgers, which were, oh my god, it is worth the 45-minute drive just for those burgers. But basically, while I was streaming that, it sort of cut out, and I have no idea why. YouTube just kicked me out, and I didn't really get to do any of the like the reveal of what we bought and all this, that, and the other. And the simple fact is that now we've already been through most of that stuff and eaten it or used it or whatever else. So what I did was I realized that they do delivery. So I got this one. And this one. And I figured that, we could have a little bit of fun with it and see what was in there, because one of them is a mystery box. I didn't realize this, but when you order online, you can buy a mystery box. They did not have that in store. So where are we? You're gonna clip that for Lady Overlaw'd. Yeah, well, So as you can see, I've got someone very eager to see what's in these boxes. So without further ado, we're going to skip over to the where are we? To the workstation, which is over here. Which, as you can see, I've obviously for specific reasons blocked out my address and shit. But hard to find an easy 8 in Australia. That does not shock me. Now this one, I'm fairly confident I know what's in there. They didn't mark the boxes, but I do have a list of all the things that I originally bought. I can't remember half of what's on that list, so we're going to find out together anyway. But I did have a couple of Americans helping me to try and pick out various things. I'm fairly confident this is not the mystery box. I'm pretty sure the bigger one is. So we'll have a look. Oh, I should be doing this on stream. Damn, that knife is so sharp. This one's got fragile on it, so I'm pretty certain that this is the one with the stuff where I actually paid for it because I bought drinks and stuff, which are going to be in glass bottles. So, better if I don't cut myself using that. They had the inventory on the outside, but what do you reckon the odds are there's a piece of paper in there that's got my address poking up as soon as I open it? Let me just... What the fuck? Packing peanuts. Lots of packing peanuts. Do it on stream so we see the blood when you slip. Lovely. I'm just going to move that over there, actually. I don't understand the need for the packing peanuts. It's food. Like, I need a trash bag. The last thing I want is for the dog to eat these. Okay, so firstly, we have TGI Fridays potato skins. Cheddar and sour cream. I'm actually looking forward to those. Oh, and good. I've got until August. The thing you got to understand about USA Foods is because they import all this shit from the USA, a lot of it is, shall we say, close to the use-by date. That looks interesting. TGI Fridays makes a perfect snack when you crave the taste of bold cheddar mixed with smooth taste of sour cream. Let me check. How much corn syrup is in this? There it is, corn syrup solids. Better not be making a mess. I'm making plenty of a mess. I'm just glad that I actually had a bin bag ready to go. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to leave the headphones out as well, because that's just going to get annoying. But I don't understand why they just threw that on top, and everything else is, like, under a mountain of packing peanuts. Oh, we have bubble wrap. We have bubble wrap. So they're not white cheddar Cheetos. No. I'm pretty sure... I think I ordered some Cheetos, but I don't know that they're the white cheddar ones. Okay, well, we have the glass bottles, and I'm not feeling any fluid, which is good. Because I was concerned about that. But to start with, we have... Pepperidge Farms Milanos. Vibrant strawberry flavour paired with sweet, creamy white chocolate. Lick one of the packing peanuts? No thanks. Another TGI Fridays in Australia I can get to. I think there was a TGI Fridays at one of the major shopping centres in Melbourne. Or was... what was the name of the one where we took my sibling to? I can't remember. I'm positive that that was a TGI Fridays. And I was hoping that their stuff would be better, but it just seemed like they were, you know. Alright, what do we got here? I believe this is the Frosty. I'm not licking a packing peanut. I'm just not. Oh, I'm going to have to slice this open. Let's see. Like a hot knife through butter. Oh, it's like Christmas morning. Pepperidge Farm remembers. It made me think of the fucking, the skit from Family Guy. Remember when you killed that dead hooker? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It was average. Yeah, I know it was average. Apologize for all Americans for having to try the strawberry cookies. Alright. Green apple frosty soda. See, I've had frosty stuff before, so I'm expecting that to be reasonable. And obviously, with all the stuff that I'm opening today, there will be tasting streams as well, so... I'm not going to mix all of this shit together, though. Sandwich cookies, kid could eat a truckload of them? Okay. Let's just say it's very close to where you buy the Gundams. Okay. Alright. I just got to be careful and check that the bottles are all made of glass before I cut into it so that I don't accidentally cut like a plastic one. So much packaging. Like, I get why they did it, but still. If you lick one of the packing peanuts, it'll tell you if they buy the degradable ones. It'll start to dissolve and you can stick them together. It doesn't matter, I'm not licking a packing peanut. Oh, I was going to make a really bad joke there, Belle. This is how you know I've spent too much time not on stream. My filter just about went out the window and I almost said something that will probably get me cancelled. Okay, so this, I believe, is the Mexican Fanta. This is the box that I ordered. 1 serving per bottle. Product of Mexico, yep. Because I grabbed the Mexican Fanta because I wanted to do a taste comparison. Unfortunately, I already drank the orange-flavored Coke that I bought as well. So... Ooh, I don't recall what this one is, though. Let's have a look. Yeah, I know, Fanta. Christiana be having a heart attack. I'm hoping because it's Mexican I don't have to worry about that. Oh, okay, this is the Sprite. When you were 5 or 6, you ate packing peanuts. There you go. Don't make an orange cream cushion. Not gonna happen. That's horrific. Non-returnable. Lemon lime soda, carbonated water, cane sugar. Yeah, so this is a product in Mexico. Okay. So yeah, so there we. That'll be interesting. Okay. I'm hoping that the packing peanuts are just about at the end, because nothing else in here should be breakable, I don't think. Oh, hang on. Here's what Lady Overlaw'd was waiting for. Peppermint syrup that you can put into her coffee. That's a plastic bottle too, so I don't have to stress. Sugar-free, by the way, doll. Sugar-free. Chris Chan recycles with Fanta. Ugh. Darren, come on. That's just horrific. Oh, I think I see the Quaker's grits. You know what? Screw the packing peanuts. I'm just going to start grabbing shit. Quaker's grits. Quick 5-minute grits. I've never had grits. I thought it'd be interesting to try them. We may do a cooking stream. But what the fuck do you put them with? Great addition to any meal. Try adding your own grits. Top it to the family love. Savory butter, shredded cheese, green onion, or shrimp. Sweet cream, honey, or sugar. Interesting. Well, see, the reason, though, that I wanted to try the grits that expired in May, by the way, was basically because of my cousin Vinny. Because everyone there cooks their grits in a very specific way, and I just figured I'd give it a go. Oh, and that would sound like the lovely love of my life is... You're here for your syrup? You're here because you want your peppermint syrup. You're going to go and make a coffee, are you?
I'm here for my syrup.
You're here for the syrup. That's it. That's the only reason you were sitting in the chat, is because you were waiting for the syrup, isn't it?
I also want to know what's in there.
Yeah, I want to know what's in the mystery box too, but come on. Hey, Doc, how you doing? You want a hug? Yeah, well, that's why I gave you a hug before I started streaming, sweetie. I'll come and give you one when I'm done, okay?
You can hug Mummy.
Yeah.
And you can hug Mummy.
Yes, you can hug Mummy's peppermint syrup. There you go.
Why do you need that?
I don't know. Mummy really wanted peppermint syrup, so we got Mummy peppermint syrup. Because that's packing peanuts, sweetheart. They're to make sure that, like, the glass bottles don't break. No, you are absolutely not having them. They're dangerous. Why are you... Okay, hang on. You know what? I'm going to have to turn the camera off here for a second, because Lady Overlaw'd is insisting on opening... Was that pressurized? Was that... She's just opened it and went... Boop! The look on her face is fucking hilarious. Give me 1 second, people, because obviously little Lady Overlaw'd's not allowed to be on camera, but I need to get Lady Overlaw'd here for a second. Come here.
Am I off camera?
The camera is turned off.
Give me a hug.
Yeah, you can come and have your hug now.
Yay!
Come here.
Thank you.
Love you.
What are you doing?
I'm opening everything that's in the box. You want to say hi to chat?
Hi.
Atta girl.
Give me a...
You cannot have a packing peanut. They're dangerous.
Why? How are they dangerous?
They're tasty.
Do not say that to the child. Do not tell the child that the packing peanuts are tasty.
I just
too
squish them.
What do you say? It's not too bad.
No, they're not too bad.
You've never had these packing peanuts before. How would you know if they're bad or not?
I would squish them better. I wouldn't actually.
Okay, well, don't put it in your mouth, and Mummy watches you like a hawk. You hear me?
Okay.
Okay, can I smell the peppermint?
Thank you, Dada.
Ooh, that's going to freshen up your morning coffee. That with a little bit of bourbon or some rum, you'll be great. Now, rack off before I turn the camera back on.
Not bad.
Love shrimp and grits? That'll be interesting. Okay, sorry about that little intervention, but... You're welcome for your syrup. Alright, so grits. That should be interesting. Okay. See, I didn't actually realize that the grits were from Quaker. I assume it's like a regular company like Betty Crocker that does a lot of things or whatever else. Because I've heard of Quaker oats before, but they're okay to lick apparently. Well, It will unalive you like everything else on that continent will. Probably. Yeah. Oh, interesting. I could have... What the fuck? Hang on. I think I might have got gypped here. That was definitely some of the stuff that was on the list. But as you can see, that list was 2 pages long. And the stuff in this box definitely did not fit that list. So hang on, I'm gonna have to check things off here so that I know what I got and what I didn't. Which is a lot. I'm assuming it's in the second box, but then where the hell's my mystery box? What did I get? I got I'm still missing the mac and cheese. I'm still missing... I got the Pepperidge Farms Milanos. I got the potato skins. Got the Fanta. Syrup. Frosty Grape Soda. Mexican Sprite. And the Quaker Oats. So I'm still missing 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 items off the list, plus the mystery box. You can have your kid on camera. No, she was not on camera, and that's very specific. There's a very specific reasons why. I will allow her to talk, but no, she will not be on stream ever again. At least not before she's... Shit, I almost knocked the glass bottles over. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to do this one because the other box is too big for the camera. Did you order packing peanuts? I did not order the packing peanuts. Alright. So, I'm gonna move the bottles. And the potato skins. I'm gonna be really pissy if they forgot the mystery box, because that wasn't cheap. Or packing peanuts, okay. That doesn't fill me with confidence. Oh my god. They packed the box in the box. I stand corrected. Oh, hang on. Angel, this one's for you. Pet bandana. Oh, it's got little lollipops and stuff on it. Ice cream pops, that's what I mean. Could have used one box for the mystery box and the rest. That's what I thought. But instead, this is like mystery box I ordered from J.J. Abrams. Pretty much. Now, how do I not make a mess with all these damn packing peanuts? Okay, you know what? I'm actually going to put this on the floor, because at least the mystery box I should be able to get back up on the table. And then we can fish out the rest of the stuff. Oh, fuck it. I tipped over the bag with all the packing peanuts. Now they're all over the floor. Alright, so let's go digging. So, McCormick pumpkin pie spice. That was on the recommendation of someone in the Discord, just because I thought it'd be nice to try and actually get Lady Overlaw'd to make a pumpkin pie for once. So we'll see how that pans out. We have a fruit punch Snapple. Something I just thought I'd try. What else we got in here? Oh, we have cans galore. Okay. We have Arizona whipped pineapple and orange fruit juice cocktail. That'll be interesting. Silver packing peanuts. Oh shit! How did I do that? There we go. That's better. I'm just gonna move the chat over here so I can see again. I don't usually do a lot in terms of like the Arizona iced teas, but I saw this and I was curious, so we're gonna give it a go. Sprecker's Orange Dream Fire Brewed Craft Soda. Raffle the packing peanuts off to the chat. You know what? I'd probably just put them in baggies and just post them out, but I don't want people's addresses. I went down that path once and it didn't end well. That's actually the main reason why people didn't get their, like, the 12-month subscriber t-shirts. Careful with that Trump filter. Trump filter? What Trump filter? Never seen that flavor Arizona before. Well, have you seen this one? Arizona Orangeade Fruit Juice Cocktail. I'm curious to see how that one tastes as well. Oh, great buy, only 99 cents. Hang on, how much did this cost me? Oh, I hit something and went orange. That's what you meant. Okay. So 99 cents for me. That cost me $4.99, including 10% tax. Put a pinch of the hot pumpkin spice in my morning hot tea with vanilla creamer. Ooh, interesting. Okay. All right. Up next we have Betty Crocker Sugar Cookie Mix. 1 egg, 1 stick of butter or margarine. Well, it's definitely going to have butter in it because it's sugar cookies. America's #1 brand. Based on 52 weeks of Nielsen sales data for dry cooking mixes. Okay, please tell me this is still in date. Best if used before, and it's like... oh, hang on, no, it is there. It's just very... Best before the 25th of July, 2026. I've got a month to make these cookies. What else we got in here? Kinder's seasoning, buttery garlic and herb. Okay, this I'm curious about. Sealed for freshness, I'll bet. Damn, best before February of 2028. Okay, all right. Oh, that's nice. Dal, that actually... I act as if she's still watching. She got what she wanted. I guarantee she's not watching anymore. But Dal, in case you are, that smells like the stuffing from the rotisserie chickens at Woolworths. Oh, she's in chat. I'm not making them? Okay, that's fine by me. Hey, Island. Alright. Next up. Cheetos. Mac and cheese. 4 cheesy with other natural flavors. Best before September next year. Excellent. Plenty of time. There's some real vampire repellent. Yeah. That did smell incredibly garlicky, but the herbs were coming through as well. That was quite nice. So, Best By date's more of a suggestion. Always, particularly like during the years when I was at uni. Like we had like packets of noodles and mac and cheese and a whole bunch of other things that were best before like 2-3 years before we ate them. So I don't have any issues with that. All right, we've got to be coming to the end of what I actually ordered. Oh, hang on. Ooh. Campbell's Cream of Chicken Soup. This looks completely different. The reason I got this is because obviously here in Australia, we still have Campbell's Cream of Chicken Soup. But this is one where I want to do a taste comparison. Because even the can feels different. I mean, obviously it's smaller than our regular cans. But, like, consistency-wise... Like, there's no sort of sloshing in there. I get that it's condensed, but so is ours. That's going to be really interesting. Like, I'm looking forward to that. Next, we have the French-style green beans from Del Monte. I was going to buy another brand, but then someone in Discord told me that I should be buying this particular brand. In the US, we have a best buy date. Ramen is good for at least 3 years after the best buy date, depending on storage conditions. Well, there you go. I was kind of thinking that I wanted to try and do like a turkey, put this with it, maybe the pumpkin pie, and do like an actual like American meal, if at all possible. Then I realized I don't trust Lady Overlawd's cooking that much, so I don't know. I'm probably going to have to take lessons or something. I don't know. Non-GMO. Well, that is very heartening. Only dilute with half the liquid they suggest. Oh, really? Okay. Campbell's. What was that? Campbell's the one where the owner said that they 3D lab print meat. God, I hope not. I'm going to have to... Well, thanks for bringing that up. I'm going to be looking into that before I put it in my mouth. Alright. Got anything else in there, or is it just packing peanuts now? I think that might be it. I'll have to check it off, but I think that's it from the... Oh, no, hang on. What's this? Fruit Loop cereal straws. They're kind of like our sipper straws, but I wanted to give that a go. That'll be interesting. Wait, that can't be everything. Hang on. Because I can think of at least something that's missing. What do we got? We had the Snapple, we had the Orange Aid. Got that. We had the Campbell's Cream of Chicken Soup. We had the Buttery Seasoning. Pumpkin Spice. Cereal Straws. Cookie Mix. Green Beans. Mac and Cheese. Angel's Bandana, and the Sprecher. Oh no, okay, apparently that's everything that I had on the list. Green beans cooked with onion, bacon, and bacon fat. Yum! Yep, and the rest of that's just a shit ton of packing peanuts. So... that out there. Put some of this stuff back in that box. So I can make room for the mystery box, because I'm really looking forward to the mystery box. I have no idea what the hell is in there. But for the price, it's going to be interesting. I'm assuming there'll be some sort of, like, confectionery or a few other things, but let's find out. Alrighty. Bacon fat. Yeah, I know, right? That's why I could never be... in one of those cultures where they don't allow pigs, because bacon, beef, you can take it out of my cold dead hands. Wow, I really stuffed that up. I wasn't looking. More packing peanuts, of course. Okay. First item is Demet's Turtles Original Caramel Nut Cluster. Ooh. Okay. All right. So something else here. Big box of something. Oh, it's a cereal box. I think Munchin's going to be happy with this one because it's Lucky Charms. I can't remember if we're running low on Lucky Charms or not. That's all right. Oh, there's another cereal box in here, and it is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Turtles are good. Excellent. Here's a fork and pick the packing beans out one at a time. Nope. Hard agree on the using bacon and green beans. Okay, I shall keep that in mind. That's good, because Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like, I didn't buy any when we were out there. Actually, I think I might have bought like one of the small kids packs, but very happy about that. Oh, are you kidding me? Give me $1 for every packing peanut I eat. Hey, meme, how you doing? Butterfinger French toast version. Don't know about that. I mean, I've had Butterfingers before, but I don't know about that. First ingredient: corn syrup, sugar, peanuts, vegetable oil, dry whole milk, peanut flavor. Contains less than 2% of salt. Okay. Yeah, we'll see. All right, what else we got? I'm gonna get rid of some of these. Because at least with the other thing, at least with the other box, I knew when I was going to be at the end because I had a list. Joyride, uncommon what? Gummy blasters. What the hell is this? 50% less sugar, no junk, amazing taste. Oh, I highly doubt that. Non-GMO, 50% less sugar, no sugar alcohols. No sugar alcohols? The fuck? Good source of fiber. Pink lemonade, fun drink and blue raspberry flavors. Yeah, not hugely sure on that one. You love it or you hate it. Neighbor had to swear off them because he ate too many. Oh, really? Oh, well, there you go. What is this? Cornbread mix! Ha! New Orleans tradition since 1889. Honey butter cornbread mix. Butter, melted 1 egg. That'll be interesting. It's a fake sweetener and a laxative. Ooh. We'll wait and see. Are you seriously telling me that like these things can be like? I mean, I don't have to actually put it in my mouth. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that really stuck together. So I'm guessing what they're made out of starch. Interesting. All right. What else we got? I think we actually bought one of these when we were out there. Cornbread's amazing with chili. I'll have to give it a go. Angel Food Confetti Cake Mix. Okay, so it's basically an angel food cake with, like, lollies or something through it. That'll be interesting. Just add water? Just add water? What kind of cake mix do you only add water to? Okay, that's new. Beat cake mix and water in an extra large glass or metal bowl on low speed for 30 seconds. Beat on medium speed 1 minute. Pour into an ungreased pan. Dried egg whites and a bit of flour. Oh, well, there you go. Fairy bread cooking stream when. Well, look, Darl, I think I'm going to leave that one to you because, I mean, you know. Americans calling sugar and water a cake. What do you got? Sour Patch Kids, Extreme Sour. Oh, okay. Something I can share with the little one. That's all right. Don't mind that. As Michael Jackson said, just beat it. Yikes. Oh, another pack. Oh, these are just regular ones. Okay. Interesting. Junior mints. Okay. Had those before, so that's fine. Alright, doesn't look like there's much else on that side. What do we got here? Peanut M&Ms. Well, I guess we can probably do some sort of comparison on those, but I presume those would be not that dissimilar to ours. Bake the cornbread and angel food cake on coals like damper? Interesting. Oh, milk duds! Excellent. That's good. They were one of the things that I actually really enjoyed trying out for the first time in the US, so... That's pretty cool. Oh my god, what the fuck? How much preservatives must be in these things for them to be able to package them in a mystery box? What the fuck? I'm not even sure I'm comfortable feeding these to Angel. What the hell? Oh my god. When's the best before on these? Like, I know that I waited like a week to open this, but... Like... I am so disturbed by that. I don't understand how you can put donuts. The bag is nitrogen purged. Okay. It doesn't make sense to me that A, they can get the donuts shipped across from America and then still have them in a fucking mystery box for however long. Like, even if they packed this, even if these were like fresh, like the day that I ordered it, like... I wouldn't suggest giving them to Angel, might send it to the vet. Well, I'm not sure I want to put those through my intestinal tract either, so... Oh, jeez, I think that might be it. And there's just a fuck ton of packing peanuts. Takes 3 days for them to get to the store there? Damn! Yep, I think that's it. Yep, alright. Those donuts are usually hard, but I like the mini Krollo variety better. Okay. Okay, well there you have the mystery box. Oh shit. That almost went flying. Oof. Hostess donuts are never fresh. Okay. I mean, out of the mystery box, I think I got my money's worth, just because I know what they charge on the upmarket and that sort of thing. I won't say specifically how much I paid for it, but, excuse me, including the shipping and the whatever else, I think I did reasonably well. So, pretty happy about that. Can't bake cakes on coals. I was messing with you. Please don't try. I wasn't... Dude, I assumed you were making a joke about damper, so I wasn't really worrying about it. Okay, and you don't need to worry about it either. Oh. And of course, Angel's gone straight to sleep. So, all right. So, what is there beyond that? Well, we got into that fairly quickly, simply because Lady Overlaw'd wanted to know what was in there as well, and hopefully she's happy with her peppermint syrup for her coffee. But we'll have to wait and see what she thinks of it. I'm curious about these turtle things. Like, are they shaped like turtles, or are they just chocolate-coated pecans? Made with US-grown pecans. Pecans, however the fuck you want to call it. So. Butterfinger gets stuck in your molars. Yeah, the Butterfinger, I'm not... Like, I've had Butterfingers before. Just because this one's, like, French toast flavored doesn't necessarily... Like, it's not something that I'm strictly, like, eager about. So... Oh, otherwise, how's everyone been? I know it's been a while since I've been live, so I you know, obviously we haven't caught up, we haven't chatted, we haven't done this, that, and the other. From my perspective, not a lot has really changed since I was last live. Still working with a finance company at the moment. Still, they're awesome. Eat a turtle. Turtle is pecan, caramel, and chocolate. Yep. I really Dr. McGillicuddy's menthol mint schnapps. It's the true way. You can get it over there. I have no idea. It should be a cluster. It vaguely resembles a turtle, I guess. Okay. Oh, to hell with it. Why not? Yeah, I'm just going to put that away. Okay, so I'm assuming it was supposed to sit like that and somehow look like a turtle. I really have no idea. And it just smells like regular chocolate that I've had before. That's nice. Get the plastic rings that hold the six-pack together and put the turtles in it for authenticity. Well, there's only 3 turtles, so I only need half of that. And actually, I do have the... I bought a 6-pack of grape-flavored Hawaiian Punch just for the fuck of it as well. That's in the fridge, but... That's not bad. They're melting pretty quickly because it's hot here in my office, but yeah, not bad. Handmade ones look more turtly. Okay. What can I say about that? I mean, it tastes like chocolate, it tastes like caramel, it tastes like pecan. I have no issues with that whatsoever. Will I buy them again? Probably. That was quite nice. Hayden got grape drink. For a very specific reason, Brian. I also got one of the not sharkberry, because they had the sharkberry ones in like the soft pouches, but I just got like a random selection of the individual like tiny bottles that they have. Just because I wanted to try the various things that you've got, so the drink of your people. That may or may not be why I wanted to get it. So it's only appropriate that I try new things from different cultures, and if I'm going to try all of America, then, you know, next I got to try watermelon and chicken. 7 kinds of meat on a chocolate turtle? What? I don't really think it looks much like a turtle, if I'm honest. Like, but anyway, it was interesting. So, hang on, where is the... I think I closed my web pages. I'm a stupid moron at times. I mean, obviously the big thing here, you know, because they won't shut the fuck up about it, has been the whole Carl Stefanovic interviewing Tommy Robinson thing. I'll probably put a video out on that, but I've been pretty behind on dealing with videos. I mean, this week I've been off my... I don't know what the hell I did, but I've been off my feet since Monday, and the pain was just excruciating, like to the point where I couldn't even concentrate, let alone get down the hallway to the computer. So I've got a week's worth of shit to do at work once I actually get back into the office. But yeah, for those of you that don't know, Karl Stefanovic was a basically morning show host. He'd been doing our version of Today for like 20 something odd years. And over the last probably 6 to 9 months, he's been getting a little bit more in terms of right-wing commentator, and his bosses really didn't like that because both Channel 9 and Channel 7, in my opinion, are very left-wing. And he barely said a word in that interview. Yeah. And really, if we're honest, it's probably only the last 2 minutes of that interview that I think got him in trouble. And I'm not even sure they should really have gone that far. I think maybe at this point they were looking for an excuse to get rid of him. And I do think that using it as a pretext to fire him or to part ways, as they want to say, whatever they want to call it, I do think that that was a bit of a I just think it was bullshit, if I'm honest. I think that they didn't like that his podcast was taking off, that he was outside he was outside of their control because it was technically an independent podcast, and he was interviewing people that I presume they wouldn't ordinarily allow him to interact with at Channel 9. I mean, he did interview Albanese, our Prime Minister, which, I mean, I don't know how he walked away without having to have a shower. But yeah, then he was in London and he interviewed Tommy Robinson and put that one up online. And all of a sudden, there were crisis meetings being held at Channel 9 and whatever else. And what I gather is that he still had 6 months left on his contract with Channel 9. But almost seems like it was a setup to get him fired, become a YouTuber, and go solo. Couldn't move on with the stigma of mainstream media behind him. I think that's a possibility. There's people out there saying that he was aiming to become like the Australian version of Joe Rogan or Tucker Carlson and that sort of thing. And I'm just like, I feel like people are focusing on the wrong thing here. Because obviously there's people going, oh, well, 4 years ago he was out there, one of the people, laughing at people passing away because of COVID because they didn't, which, might be true. I don't remember. I sort of zoned out. I really only watched Karl for the news headlines of a morning, and that's only because I could not stand the left-wing slop that was coming out of Sunrise these days. Like, there would be mornings where I would play those two headline clips back to back because they take them morning news headlines and they upload them to YouTube as an individual video. And I would play the Channel 9 one and I would play the Channel 7 one back to back while I was getting ready for work. And the bias and the difference between the two was just staggering. And I'll be honest, I thought that for a while there that I kind of felt that at least politically leaning, both Channel 7 and Channel 9 were relatively had similar goals, basically. And it's just... Well, see, that's the thing about Robinson, because whether you give a shit about what happened to Karl or whether or not you give a shit about the actual interview, I personally see it as irrelevant, because if you ignore them and just look at the way that the mainstream media and the way that our federal government is sticking their nose into it, I think Albo should shut the fuck up. He's got no right to be sticking his nose in and commenting on that at all. Couldn't kill him to invest in a spell checker with the headlines. Yep. But I know I shouldn't be surprised, but at the same time, it's like, well, for those that are looking at it like Karl's controlled opposition or it's a psyop or whatever else, okay, that's fine, but take that out of the equation. Not whether he's on. Just take Karl and Tommy Robinson out of the equation altogether, and look at the way that the censorship by both the government and the mainstream media are jumping on this and applying to it. And I think that's the much larger story here. Like, I'm in no way supporting what Robinson says. I don't know enough about him to give a shit, really. But even if what he had to say was so reprehensible, I don't think someone should be censored for being willing to talk to somebody Because at the very least, even if what they say is morally reprehensible or whatever else, it's still speech that is necessary. Because how can you argue against somebody if you do not even listen to them, if you do not understand their arguments? I have never been okay with people just automatically shutting someone down because no, I'm not going to bother talking to you. I'm not going to bother engaging with you. I'm not going to bother doing any of that. Because that to me is just, I'm not quite sure what the right word is there, but I mean, is neutral news too hard to ask for? Yes, in this day and age, apparently yes. How about the Tartan Army? Well, I don't believe that someone should be exactly yelling louder doesn't make you right; it makes you ignorant, and shutting down the conversation altogether just makes you a totalitarian dickwad, in my opinion. The fact that he was even willing to have those conversations, I think, was really important, and the fact that the media company held crisis talks because they didn't want to have anything to do with it, to me, is just pathetic. So, it's another example of censorship with the news and how they control what we hear. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. Because, I mean, and it's not even like, not sure why Tommy's still using that name when everyone knows it's not his real name. No clue, honestly. Like I said, I don't know enough about him to comment on Robinson himself. I mean, I'll be honest, I haven't really even sat and watched the Stefanovic interview with him. All I'm aware of is that I've seen the clips of like the last 2 minutes where Carl sort of, in his own way, infers that he's supportive of Robinson's position and that sort of thing. But the wording for it, I don't think even really supports that argument, because what he said was that, I think what he said was, I respect you for standing up for what you believe is right. And, like, again, you can have whatever thoughts or whatever opinions you want about somebody. But you're never going to agree with everybody 100% of the time. If you are going to stifle debate and tell people to basically shut their traps because you don't like to hear what they have to say, that's really a you problem. Like, no one's forcing you to sit and listen to them, but for you to actively try and shut them up rather than prove them wrong is a massive issue for me. If the interview was good, he just let him talk. Oh, there you go. Politicians are only good for the unemployment line. Yeah, and what annoys me is that it's not as if they're ever going to stand in that line. I mean, let's face it, Albanese, he went from being on social welfare and social housing, as far as I'm aware, through to becoming a political staffer, and then a full blown politician. And then once he's gone, he's going to get a golden parachute for the rest of his life. He's been suckling off the taxpayers' teat for basically his entire life. So, Tommy exposed grooming gangs, that's fact, but he has some hidden stuff that's questionable, especially contacts and funding. Right, okay, interesting. Oh, why is the chat not up? I knew something was missing. Okay, hopefully that's gonna fix that up. Oh, we'll see if that works. Oh, that's like, and I mean, oh god, I'm not going to try and harp on Albanese too much, okay? Because, I mean, I could just spend however long calling him an absolute dickhead. Because he is, in my opinion. But he's, like... It's at the point where they're not even hiding what they're trying to do, in my opinion. Because even in the last couple of days, like... I called it when this all happened that the social media ban for the under 16s wasn't going to work, and it hasn't. Like 70% of kids that had accounts beforehand still have them, and or if they've got parents like me, I specifically helped get around it so that my daughter can continue. Hey, at least that wasn't one of the things I bought. I specifically helped my daughter get around it so she can keep watching like YouTube videos to fall asleep to listen to like the lo-fi music with a little cute little fox and all this sort of shit. Don't make memes about Albus Sleazy, you might cry. Well, I mean, I have an entire video on that, but quite literally, I used to use it when I had to go to the bathroom. I was saying, but I mean, I called it originally. Taxi. When they brought this in, it was never going to work. And lo and behold, in question time, I think it was on Friday, where they, the politicians have to answer questions from the other side of the aisle and that sort of thing. He specifically stood up there and said, "Oh, we know that this isn't working, so we're going to bring in harsher restrictions." Now, what exactly are those harsher restrictions going to be? I mean, they can keep saying that they're going to fine the companies that have the social media platforms and that sort of thing. And yeah, sure, it's a big, scary fine, $49.5 million. They've already said that it's not working. They've already said that they're investigating 5 platforms, but I have heard diddly squat about whether or not they're actually going to impose those limits. They're already talking about trying to restrict the use of VPNs, which I called that, and the number of times that I had people calling me, "Oh, you're just being alarmist, they're not going to be able to enforce anything against VPNs." As I said then, just because it's stupid doesn't mean they won't try it. And then you had Albanese standing up in question time, equating algorithms on YouTube and social media to sexual assault against women and anal tearing. I shit you not. Those were his. You know what? Hang on. Because fucking everyone has been making fun of this. Let me just make sure that I've got the correct thing up for the webpage so that I don't accidentally show shit off. Yeah, no, saw that coming. News page. Master. Here. This was him literally standing up, like, in Parliament, okay? For those of you in the US, standing up on the floors of Congress. Just let everyone know whenever you do online banking, you're using a VPN. Well, I mean, you probably should be. But listen to what this moron has to say.
We know that, as the member has said, algorithms drive people towards more and more extreme positions. So they start off in a mainstream positions, talking about ethnicity perhaps, or faith, and
So, arguments over mass immigration and the erasure of Australia's history and this, that, and the other. Keep in mind, this is the guy that started talking about the far right being the problem after the Bondi shootings. Wouldn't say the words radical, you know what? And I'm saying that now because, let's face it, I don't really need to get my ass kicked off YouTube at the moment either. But, oh no, in the same breath, he went from, we need to be protecting the Jewish population of Australia from the far right. And we're worried about the rise of the far right online. Yes, because the algorithm pushes people to extreme positions. Yeah. I hope this is loud enough as well.
they end up, over a period of time, receiving in their inbox, not just children, adults as well, of course, can be impacted by this, with Nazi-level propaganda, with calls for violence. We know that just to name
for it.
one area that is of concern. Chatbots.
Oh yeah, then he starts having a go at ChatGPT. Yeah. Oh my god, because there's people suing ChatGPT over the influence that it's having on their kids, and I personally don't feel like that one should go anywhere at all.
A second is notify apps. We are seeing as well with some of these algorithms coming through, we're seeing increased presentations in our hospitals of young women who have been choked, strangled. We see anal tearing growing at an extraordinary, horrific rate because what too many young men are seeing online is normalising behaviour that is anything but normal.
What the fuck? How do you make that jump? Like, this is what we are dealing with. Like, yes, he legitimately said the words anal tearing. And he said that the algorithms online are the reason why young women are showing up in hospitals with anal tearing. Because apparently YouTube encourages people to grape and SA women. He forgot the mutilation. Well, frankly, as far as I'm concerned, I think he forgot quite a bit. But, so yeah, so after that little speech, he went on to say that, well, you know, Julie Inman Grant, the E-Safety Commissioner, back on, I think it was the 5th of June, gave an interview to the Sydney Morning Herald about how she didn't necessarily like enforcing the law. I call bullshit on that, because it kind of justifies her continued existence. But how, as far as she's concerned, the law was insufficient, how what they had tasked her with was basically fencing the ocean, and it's like more of a porn issue than the right, because young people don't know what a healthy relationship looks like. I would agree with you on that. I think that some people are going way too degenerate and down particular rabbit holes. I was just going to say going down the wrong hole, but I mean that could be how people wind up with anal tearing anyway. I can't believe I'm sitting here on stream having to use the phrase anal tearing. But I mean, hey, he was happy to stand up in Parliament and use those words. Like, I can't with this reject anymore. I just can't. They need to be gone. Because the level of fear-mongering and the campaigning at this point, like, when you get to a point where Pauline Hanson is outstripping you in terms of popularity, I mean, for the longest time, she was like an outcast in politics. But they have pissed enough people off, and enough people at this point are so sick and tired with the Liberal Party and the Labor Party basically doing shit all to put Australians first. I understand why people are voting for her I said it on X the other day. At this point, I don't think she's the answer, because I truly don't. Particularly after some of the shit that Gina Reinhardt, her major backer, has come out saying in the last week or so. But I can understand why people are voting for the lesser of three evils. Like, she is saying a lot of things that a lot of people want to hear. Much like any other politician. But, like, the major thing is obviously, like, mass immigration and that sort of thing. And I know that there were protests in Sydney this week. I know that there were protests in Melbourne today. And it's like, I don't understand how we are being so quiet and rolling over with so many things. I mean, It's a pretty shitty discussion from Albo. Yes, pretty much. Sorry, I got completely off track. But the point is that Imran Grant gave that interview, and now like 20 days later, he's out there announcing, "Oh yes, well we know that the ban isn't going to working. We know that the ban isn't working, so we are going to rather than wait for the 2 High Court challenges against the ban, we're just going to go ahead and push through further laws to strengthen what we consider to be a refinement of the ban to hold tech companies accountable from their extraordinary power," he actually said at the time. And I'm just like, why are people still putting up with this shit? Sounds like some women might have experienced a 50 Shades of Grey night and didn't like the results, so they went to the ER with a story of what happened, and now it's made it into Parliament. I'm not even sure that it was at that point. I think it might just be that he's taken the because the hospitals release medical figures as to what people are admitted to and what their injuries are and that sort of thing. I mean, it may well be that somebody's approached Labour with a story like that. It wouldn't surprise me, but I also wouldn't put it past them using the statistics to fabricate a story, shall we say, or well, not fabricate a story, to infer a story. Nothing wrong with what we're reading now. We know it's fiction, and if you are not reading the warnings and the fact that some of the things in the books is for specialty clubs, that's the parenting issue. I mean, do we seriously? Hang on, my damn Stream Deck isn't working, so I got to do things manually. Give me a second. To be honest, I wouldn't admit to anal tearing. I'm not shocked. I don't think many people would. Fuck, thanks, Josh. And now I lost my train of thought. Oh, that's what I was saying. I spent the last 2 days sitting down, going through all of that bullshit, going back through the copy of the Hansard, which is basically the transcript of Parliament, and going through the news articles and all that sort of thing. I wrote and rewrote a script for a video on it 4 fucking times, and I'm still not happy with it. I'm really not. It's the main reason why I didn't get any content out this week, because I was still hoping to get something out yesterday, and I wasn't ready for it. I couldn't make it work, because any which way I wrote that script, I sounded like a fucking conspiracy theorist. Like, because all it is the ban was designed to fail. It's very clear, and they were always going to use it as a way to try and strengthen their rules. That's what Julian Grant asked for in the interview. That's what Albo's announced in Parliament, is that they're going to bring in stricter rulings, they're going to bring in more restrictions and enhance her powers, and they're going to do it as a matter of priority. And it was because of the anal tearing. I'm wondering if it's because Albo was over the anal tearing. If you get my drift. Ain't so much of a theory anymore, is it? No. But it's not diminishing anyone who has been essayed, but know a few women who have done so. No, and look, I agree with you on that. And it's not even to say that someone that presented with the injuries, it wasn't consensual. Like, calling it a conspiracy theory doesn't mean it's true. Conspiracy theorist with yummy American food. Thank you. At what point he's butthurt. I don't understand how we got there. Here is the problem. Because, okay, so yes, he's completely lied about what he said he was going to do. Specifically, 6 months ago, he specifically said, I will not make any changes to capital gains. I will not make any change to negative gearing on properties. I will not do any deals with the Greens. This last week, he's done all 3 of those things. He did a deal with the Greens so that he could pass the laws on capital gains changes and negative gearing. We only just voted this retard back in. We are stuck with him until 2028. So, like, I'm genuinely concerned that Australia itself is not going to survive. Because it does look like for the last 2 or 3 years they've been importing a new voter base. Which reminds me, we've got to talk about what's happening in New Zealand, but we'll talk about that in a bit. And it's just, surely people are recognizing what's going on, but then I'm really concerned that so many people are just like, I don't know, sticking their heads in the sand, or is it more that they just can't pay attention because they've got their own shit going on, because we have been forced into running on a hamster wheel in order to just keep roofs over our heads, thanks to the price of petrol, and thanks to the government fucking that up as well, and thanks to the cost of living that they've managed to drive up as well. Letters have gone to the palace. Yeah, but that's not going to fucking do anything. And I actually had this argument with somebody, because, the 2 videos I did on the Sov sits, didn't that piss them the fuck off? Apparently you're not allowed to say sovereign citizen, because it's an oxymoron. That's the new argument. Then there's no, what's happening in New Zealand. Honestly, I have no idea, but would like to know since my family lives there. Basically, I'll pull it up in a second, but a bunch of minority groups have gotten together and basically said for the New Zealand government to do what they say, otherwise they're going to mobilise their voter base to effectively vote them all out and take over anyway. They actually put out a formalised statement on behalf of a whole bunch of different groups that are effectively immigrants into New Zealand saying, do what we say or we take over, is my interpretation of it. So, I hope I should be stripped of power. I agree with you on that. But, and this was the argument that I was having with somebody in the chat on the Subsit video, which is where I was going there. The simple fact of the matter that the Governor-General is appointed on the recommendation by the King, on the recommendation from the Prime Minister, basically, effectively means that, no, not the Maori Party. Like I said, give me 2 minutes to just finish this thought, and we'll jump into that. The fact that the Governor-General is appointed by the government, no, the Governor-General is appointed by the King on the recommendation of the sitting Prime Minister. That, as far as I'm concerned, should not be the case. I think that, as far as I'm concerned, the Governor-General should be an elected position. They should be voted in like anybody else, because as far as I'm concerned, it's effectively just become a rubber stamp formality. I mean, the Governor-General is supposed to be the representative of the Crown here in Australia. They're not going to go against the government that appointed them. Like, as much as the Governor-General is supposed to be a safeguard, it's a rubber stamp now, and it very much shouldn't be. So, anyway, give me a second and I'll pull up this letter for you, man. It's from the noticer, but I mean, they got a copy of the letter, so that'll do. Which is why they went around it. Yeah, but they're not going to pay attention to it. That's the problem, because the Governor-General is the Crown's representative here. They're going to ignore it. I think they're actually, I think from memory, the way things are set up in the, in one of the acts, they're required to ignore it because it's not official correspondence, which would be completely contrary to the point, but, here you go, man. Minority lobby groups issue election ultimatum in New Zealand. Minority lobby groups have issued an election ultimatum to the political parties demanding new policies on hate and social cohesion. The ultimatum was made in a joint statement attributed to Abdul Razak of the Federation of Islamic Associations of New Zealand and shared with chaired by dignitary Daljit Singh of the Supreme Sikh Society of New Zealand. Ethnic and faith leaders give election ultimatum to political parties on hate provocation. When it comes to politicians suffering from protests in front of their houses, Parliament moves at Dame Lisa Carrington and Sir Richard Hadley's speed to bring in mitigating legislation. But when it comes to the hate-filled incitement to burn down mosques and temples, the 18.4% of the ethnic voting population of New Zealand receives a well-intentioned lip service at best and the absolute silence at the worst from political party leaders. How the hell did New Zealand get to the point where 18.4% of their population is immigrants? The Royal Commission warned of such incitement and provocation 7 years ago, and successive governments have put the issue in the too hard basket. The silence from the two political party leaders also speaks volumes. It's not an abstract concern. Our communities live with this fear. In the recent past, some of our places of worship have been burnt, fire damaged, bomb threats made, and we have received violent intimidation letters. Really? Really? And so, the instances, fairly recently in Japan. Josh, you might be able to shed some light on this. Hasn't there been instances where Japanese temples have been being destroyed and firebombed? Lots of Chinese, to be honest. Really interesting. Okay. I'm just saying, it's a little bit pot calling the kettle black here, in my opinion. When innocent worshippers have to stand guard and employ security to ensure the safety of mosques, temples, and gurudwaras, and when the ethnic and the faith community voices are ignored with platitudes, the only option remains in democracy is the party vote option. We want to see what the specific fit-for-purpose policies are with respect to such hate and need for social cohesion. If you want social cohesion, assimilate into the culture of the country that you move into. Really fucking straightforward. Fires in Japan temples are completely normal. Seriously? Really? Okay. Alright. Interesting. We do not want New Zealand to become a hate-divided society where hate is normalised and violent threats to burn are tolerated as free speech. We seek fit-for-purpose legislative settings and community-focused social cohesion and education programs that protect every New Zealander regardless of their faith, ethnicity, or background. As ethnic and faith leaders representing diverse communities across Aotearoa New Zealand, we come together with one voice, one resolve. We all share a sacred duty to protect places of worship and uphold the sanctity of life, and affirm the timeless principle that humanity is one family. Okay. These values demand that we speak out in defense of social cohesion and mutual respect. We can no longer tolerate violent threats to burn temples, gurdwaras, and mosques. Enough is enough. Took 150 years of slavery to bring the black population to 13%. Okay. Statement appears to be in response to a recent video by Destiny Church founder Brian Tamaki, where he brought up Christian churches being burned in India and asked if they're burning the churches down, why don't we burn mosques and their temples down tit for tat? His comments sparked demands from Hindu groups for police to take action, but the Christian leader denied calling for violence and said on social media that his statement had been deliberately misrepresented. I was drawing a comparison to the persecution of Christians in India and asking how people would react if the situation was reversed. Hence my statement tit for tat on social media. I was not calling for violence. I'm not a violent person. Love how they just threw this in. Mr. Singh, who was one of the ones signing the letter, as a conviction for electoral fraud. And on Tuesday also shared statements from New Zealand Jewish Council and his own New Zealand Central Sikh Association condemning Mr. Tamaki's comments. The Buddhist, Jewish, Chinese, Muslim, Hindu, and Sikh communities of New Zealand stand together in expressing our deep concern about comments and rhetoric that promote division, hostility, and hatred. towards people based on their religion, ethnicity, or cultural background. So, I can't. I'm not allowed to. But yeah, that's basically what it boils down to, is that they effectively they were saying, you know, do what we say, or what I think they said, what, 17.8 or 18.7% of the population will vote you out, or whatever else. It's, I mean, it sure as shit probably doesn't arise to electoral interference or anything like that, but sure as hell pissed me the fuck off reading that. So, where are we? That was from the notice. So where was the?
Qatar.
Oh, and then I saw this.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम दोस्तों, अगर आप मेरी ये वीडियो
If you're watching this video from the Middle
Middle
East,
से देख रहे
oh, hang on, where's the cap?
हो, UAE, कुवैत, कतर, बहरीन, सऊदी अरबिया, तो यकीन करें न्यूजीलैंड
Then believe me, New Zealand is calling for you.
जैसा कंट्री आपको बुला रहा है.
More than 22,000 jobs
22,000 से ज़्यादा jobs
available for foreigners, and the good thing about it is going in on a visit visa. You can convert the visit visa to a study visa, work visa, or a PR. So I think if there's any best country in 2026,
समझता हूं 2026 का अगर कोई बेस्ट कंट्री है तो वो न्यूजीलैंड है, जिसको आप जरूर
which you must
करें.
consider,
और
and the
जो
current
मिडिल ईस्ट के
situation in the
हालात
Middle
चल
East,
रहे
if all the
हैं,
conditions
अगर यार
get better,
हालात ठीक भी हो जाते हैं तो जो डर पैदा
then
हो
this
चुका
fear
है ना,
can
ये
come
डर
back
किसी भी
any
टाइम दोबारा
time.
आ सकता है, क्योंकि पीछे ये देखा गया है कि जो जंगें हैं ना, ये आहिस्ता से रुकती
Seeing the
नहीं
wars
है.
don't
तो
stop
इसलिए
slowly, so
आपके
for the
पास
reasons you
वीजाज
should
होने
have
चाहिए,
visas,
आपके
a
पास
second
सेकंड पासपोर्ट
passport,
होना चाहिए.
rest
बाकी आप
whenever you
जहां
want to
मर्जी
stay.
रहना चाहते हो, पूरी दुनिया अल्लाह की है, जहां मर्जी रहो.
They don't have that percentage in New Zealand. Chinese won't vote with Muslim. Really? Okay. And I'll admit, my concern with this is the fact that we have open borders with New Zealand. Because all of a sudden there's a very easy way for elements to just enter Australia. You know, go figure. So, but I actually asked my wife the other day, "Do you think I'm getting more racist? like have I become more racist over the last 6-9 months?" And she said, "I don't think you've become more racist. I think that you've just, like, the polite filter that you used to have has been worn down." Because it's the same shit over and over again. There was another fucking machete attack overnight here in Melbourne. Like, what do you say to this bullshit? Like, really? Shit, what else was there this week? I had a whole list, and all I've done is go off on Carl Stevanovic and racist shit. Hang on. Where did my notes go? There was something else that I wanted to talk about. Was it in the stream saucer? I think so. Complaining about machete attacks are racist, so. Oh, well. Oh, that was it. So I've been steering clear for the most part of stuff happening overseas in the US and that sort of thing, because I'm trying to sort of revamp the channel into more of an Australian focus, which may or may not be a wrong way to do it. I don't know, simply because apparently I majorly fucked up my algorithm. I spent a few hours, but basically because I had nothing better to do, I spent a few hours arguing backwards and forwards with various AIs, with Claude and vidIQ's AI, and YouTube's now got Gemini built in. But basically, the people watching my videos on the main channel are effectively all currently subscribed, and YouTube has actually, well, Gemini specifically said that because of the active retention rate on my videos, which apparently because I had some old streams up still where people were watching for like 30 seconds out of a 2-hour stream, my overall retention for the 90 days was like less than 24% across the channel. So YouTube had just flat out stopped recommending any of my new content to anyone new. And I was like, fuck! Just fill your videos with random Simpsons memes like Friendly Geordies if you want to be popular in Australia. I very nearly did a video about Friendly Geordies just for the fuck of it. Because, like, this was before Carl actually lost his job. Geordies did a hit piece on Carl Stefanovic because I think he had... Shit, I know he had Topher Field on, he had a few other right-wing people on. So, you know, it was a prime... what do you call it? No, Diane, both vidIQ, Claude, and Gemini all told me that based on my style of content, shorts will make no difference to me whatsoever. If anything, it'll harm what I'm trying to do. Which is why I sort of post the shorts on the backup channel, on TikTok, Instagram, whatever else. And I don't really do much there either, but I mean, you know. But I appreciate the advice. And yeah, and basically I was going to do a video calling Geordies out on some of the bullshit that he was spouting. And I just thought, is it worth kicking this particular hornet's nest? I have a solution for you. When you make a new video, select don't notify subscribers forces. I tried that, and I got like 2 views. Yeah, no, I think the channel is majorly fucked up. Need to do it for a while before the algorithm finds a new audience that likes the new videos. Okay. Damn. Yeah, I suppose, look, that would make a certain amount of sense. It's sort of just disheartening when you spend, you know, a few hours putting a video together and then you get, like, 2 views. So, it's probably worth a shot to give it some time. Cheers. Off topic, but I'd personally rather you do the gun in building rather than a video so I can interact purely for selfish reasons. I don't have an issue with doing a Gunpla stream. Or better yet, I'm happy just to sit in Discord with you, dude. Like, because I'm pretty sure that doing the I'm pretty sure that doing the Gundam stuff. I mean, I could do it on the Aussie Isekai channel, but otherwise, I think it's just going to make things worse and confuse the fuck out of it. Make sure you have shorts on if you do a live stream, though, in case you have to stand up. Pants are prison. Can you bring the old videos over here and shut down the old channel in? I have genuinely mulled that over. Quite seriously, probably once every 6 months since everything sort of started tanking. At this point, I think it's sunk cost fallacy for me. I want it to keep going, but I don't know if it ever will. And this channel was always supposed to just be more of a fuck around for me, so that, you know, it didn't really matter. But, you know, if that's the way that I have to go, that's the way that I have to go. Unsub from Geordies recently. He's a fucking twat and would like a coin as a commentator. At least wear a kilt. I suppose I could probably pull that off. No. I think I switched something else there. When's your secret new channel with a new avatar? Not happening, Stingy. Bodycam content's kind of popping up right now. A lot of the time, bodycam content does pop off. I'm sort of leaning into trying to work out what I can supplement my Australian content with. Because I was leaning into, okay, well, we can do Australian legal educator or edutainment as they call it, and I know that that's sort of iffy, but at least then I can comment on, the important things going on in Australia at the moment. And then, like, it was really disheartening because, like, I mean, for a long time, yes, fair enough. I compared myself to other people in LawTube because they've got far more experience than I do. They're better on stream than I am and more knowledgeable and this, that, and the other. But I thought I at least had the Australian market. As it turns out, there are multiple Australian lawyers that I just had no idea existed that have sort of popped up in the last 6 months. And they're doing the same sort of content that I am, and they are getting tens of thousands of views on their videos. God damn, if that didn't, if finding out that didn't make me want to put a bullet in my brain. I was like, fucking hell. So at this point, yeah, I'm thinking about what I can do to branch out again. Are there Australian body cam videos? Each one has to be FOIA'd. It's not like, say, Florida where they've got sunshine laws and that sort of thing. You have to know that an incident took place, and then you have to submit the FOIA application. And then they've got like 90 days to respond to you as to whether or not they're actually going to release it or not. There's been a couple of channels that have tried to do it. I don't know why that just came out like that. There's been a couple of channels that have tried to do it, and they haven't lasted very long because it is a arduous and expensive process in certain jurisdictions here. There's one that's able to upload some body cam footage like once every 6 months or something like that. So, does Australia have a FOIA equivalent? We do, but like I said, it's a long process. It's not, for a lot of people, it's probably not worth it, especially not the payoff that you get for uploading it onto YouTube. And then you got to remember we don't have the same First Amendment protections in terms of uploading and that sort of thing. Hey, Kathy, thanks for lurking. Dashcam vids are easier? Yes, they are. At one point, I reached out to Dashcam Australia because they do their weekly roundups. But, like, you have to license the videos from them, I think. Going crocodile hunter on some politicians and going full thumb would be gold until they caught you. Well, I mean, the last person to really go down that route was Desi Freeman, and that didn't end well for anybody. So, yeah. I think for the moment, what I need to do is just try and develop a, just gonna have to move to the US. It might be on the cards. We'll see what happens. What I've got to try and do is work out a distribution system that doesn't rely on YouTube, basically. Because in order to bring new people in, I can't rely on subscribers for the views, which means, I mean, to be fair, my biggest videos have all been ones where someone's seen something and, like, what do you call it? Hey, Billy, I'm not monetized on this channel. This is just my small backup channel. I think I've got the subscriber numbers, but I'm still like 800 hours or something away from being monetized here. What was I going to say? Got to be on all socials. Yeah, well, I mean, technically I have a Blue Sky account, but that just feels cringe. Rumble I was fine with up until I saw the new creator restrictions that they put out last week. The whole having to do 20 shorts, 500 hours. No, was it 500 hours or something like that? It wasn't going to be feasible for me because you had to do a certain number of hours exclusively on Rumble. You had to upload 20 shorts, which I barely make 4 shorts a month. So, no, surprisingly, my biggest videos have been when people have posted my videos in like the, Australian politics Reddit threads or, I mean, to be fair, yes, the SovSit one sort of kicked off because I kicked that hornet's nest and they got all pissed off, which, to be honest, thank you for the content and thank you for all the comments and pushing things if you're watching. Because that, Rumble giving people homework. Pretty much, yeah. And we are actually live on Kick at the moment. So, yeah, it's just a pain in the backside, and because like, what the fuck is Mixer with the Rumble Shorts? Just copy the quarter pounder. Oh god, oh god. Jeremy really fucked up badly, didn't he? Like, I mean, I've been offline, but for the most part, I was still able to keep up with that, and like. I think that might even have been a bigger downfall than Nick, just without the cocaine. Like, damn. Although that does remind me, Jim Tells You messaged me the other day. Hear me out, Chatterbait. I mean, I've seen some content creators that do that, but I don't think you could do that live, because the second it switches through to somebody jerking it, like, pretty sure the channel's gone. And like, Mixer was a short-lived Twitch equivalent. See, you joke about the hub, but I know that there was a chick that actually was uploading videos teaching math. And apparently they, like, went through the fucking roof, and there was no, like, adult content in it whatsoever. Yeah, as we found out about the hub. That was funny. So... Wouldn't be surprised to find out there was cocaine involved. I mean, it was a massive fall from grace, and from what I saw, he isn't looking the healthiest either, so... Oh, that's right, thank you for reminding me. Senglant, you managed to kick my ADHD back onto, it was a guy teacher, was it? Okay, anyway. You managed to kick me back into gear, because Jim Tells Me tagged me in something the other day about the Australian quartering? Some guy that's been having a go at that Star Wars girl or something? I haven't looked at that at all. Can anyone in chat give me any sort of idea? Because, I mean, I've got Jim's fairly comprehensive note as to why I should look into him. But, like, despite despite previous successes, I'm not much at A-logging because I prefer the legal content. At least Nick's clean now, has legit potential to make a comeback. The quarter pounder, I'm not sure about. I don't know. I'm not putting content on OnlyFans or Fansly. Like, I kind of feel like fucking talking about OnlyFans, and then I say, "Oh, I feel like fucking." I kind of feel like the whole like Patreon thing's already a little bit up there. Check stream requests. I got a fucked up story for you. Yay! Okay, Billy. Let's see what you got. What are we looking at? Is this the Tie Man 59 Mistakes friend for Ghost? Is that what we're talking about? Jeremy's cooked. He's done. Yeah, I think so. Feet pics. No. I assume this is the one you're talking about. What are we looking at here? Thai man 59 mistakes friend for Ghost after drinking session and beats him to death? Dude. A drinking session between two friends in Thailand's Konkan province ended with one man dead and another allegedly accusing him of being a ghost and beat him with a hammer. Oh my god, what a way to go. You all want to see toe pics? Nope. Does Feet Finder have a live streaming option? God, I hope not. Well, Shan Kunsri 59 was arrested over the death of his friend. Banjong Dafeng, 57, on June 24th. Drinking since the morning, the pair had been drinking white liquor together at a hut which he owned since that morning. But an argument broke out at around 5 p.m., the investigators said. Police have not disclosed what triggered the dispute. During the confrontation, he accused him of being a pop, a cannibalistic spirit in Thai folklore, before fetching a hammer from inside the hut and attacking him. He did turn him into a ghost, this is true. Imagine getting hammered and then hammering your friend to death. Like, don't get me wrong, we all know I've done some pretty stupid shit when I've been fucked up. I've never attacked anyone with a hammer, though. Why did I just get the Simpsons meme in my head? You haven't attacked anyone with a hammer so far. Australians love two things, humour and authority, so lean into one of those or both. The other lawyers covering Aussie topics wearing suits in front of bookcases. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, one of them I only really came across in the last week or so, but yeah, the main one was a ex-prosecutor and cop, so he's got the authority thing. So, and you know, I'm horrified that I'm gonna fuck something up. Like, you know, without TMI. Being a lawyer online, you genuinely, like, you're worried that, I mean, I'm worried that I'm going to fuck something up, lose all credibility, and then get laughed off the internet. I mean, I kind of figured if that was going to happen, that was already going to happen. So. Sorry, anyway, back to this. He struck Banjong on the head and body about 20 times, inflicting severe injuries, according to the police superintendent. Police turned up at around 7 p.m. and took him into custody. He was rushed to the hospital, but later died. Which then made no attempt to flee and remained in the hut until officers arrived, police said. He didn't resist the arrest. I'm assuming he was coming down off of the buzz when he realised, oh shit, this guy wasn't actually a ghost. Investigators sealed off the hut for forensic examination, photographing the scene, collecting evidence. His body will undergo a forensic examination. There's Angler. I'm not sure they need a forensic examination in this one. I'm pretty sure beaten to death with a hammer should be okay. Getting things wrong is often better for your engagement. No, look, I get that. I think you know better than most how I handle shit. Never be as bad as Amber Heard's lawyer, the prosecutor in the Rittenhouse case. Fluffer boy. This is true. Bushan was handed over to investigators and faces a charge of assault causing death. Police said the case is proceeding through the legal process. Wow, thank you, Billy. That's something else. Like, I can honestly say I've never been that smashed. They need to forensic the other guy. Dude got psychosis over some beer. Yeah. Like, his inhibitions went way out the window straight off the bat. I mean, what they say they were drinking? White alcohol or something like that? White liquor. Why does that have me thinking of that episode of, what do you call it? Top Gear, where they travel to, I want to say Vietnam, and they're trying the different spirits. And it literally is just a bottle of white spirit. So like mineral turpentine or whatever. And he just takes a shot of it and he's like... Angel's on the floor behind me. And I dropped an empty Coke bottle before. But she's twitching in her sleep, so her paw is just tapping it. And I was wondering, what the fuck is that noise? Still quite buzzed and you haven't had a drink since 6? Well, there you go. Don't think either one of them had been that smashed, especially the guy who felt the hammer in the skull. This is fair. God, bloody hell. Everclear. Could have been Everclear. Shit, where are we? I miss the good old days when I could just run through FARC, find the funny stories, and just talk. Major changes hit drivers. Don't give a shit about that. Fuck that. Imbibed a lot of wine today and a glass of brandy. Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants with the brandy. What the fuck are you doing, dude? Come on. Oh yeah, there you go. They're already reporting that more countries are going to go all in on the social media ban. And I'm sorry, that ban was never about protecting kids. But I'm not going to start ranting on that again. A, because I'll save it for a fucking video. And B, because, I mean, if you guys haven't already heard it, Delta Goodrum, don't give a shit. Major changes hitting drivers. Oh, apparently new Star Fox game's passing with flying reviews, but I mean, what I don't understand is why they can't actually at least update the game rather than just making it a complete port of the N64. Like, don't get me wrong, I adore N64 Star Fox, or Lilac Wars here, as it was called here in Australia. But they've already done that a few times now. I don't understand how you can port the entire game to the Switch 2 and then charge what you're charging for it with making no real upgrades. Like, I wouldn't mind a new game with a new storyline. I don't think that's too much to ask. So, got one about a scammer. Hey, Billy, where are you most of the time when I need stories? But thank you. What's this? Emzian man signs up to be scammer in Cambodia, fired in 3 days for poor performance, gets jail. Wait, what? After being asked by a friend, a 30-year-old Malaysian man signed up to work in a Cambodian scam call center operated by a syndicate running impersonation scams. According to CNA, he was fired by the scam syndicate for poor performance after 3 days for failing to make any successful scams during the period. Yes, hello, sir. What kind of windows do you have? I don't know. I'll go and open a window. Is your window open? Give me a second. Damn, imagine, because, like, you know that in these instances, they have scripts. They have, like, walkthroughs, how to scam little old ladies out of their money and that sort of thing. Imagine being to the point where you are actually spending 3 days doing that and you don't get a single redemption. Oh, sir, do not redeem. I can't believe you redeemed. Like, he was arrested in Singapore, charged with scam offense. Wait, what? I'm sorry, what? No. How do you charge him with scam offenses if he didn't successfully scam anyone? He was arrested in Singapore, charged with scam offenses, and sentenced to 16 months and 2 weeks in jail. In October of 24, the man, Yip Chi Ming, got to know a friend named Jason at a bar in Kuala Lumpur. Jason told Yip about an opportunity to work in a scam call center in Cambodia. He told Yip that he wanted to give the work a try, but didn't dare do it alone. Yip agreed to join Jason. Both men were later added to the Telegram group chat. The scam syndicate leader shared with them the terms of the jobs, claiming that it would pay about $10,000 a month. Well, there's your problem. How the hell is that ever going to, like, similar to attempted murder? Well, it's a little bit oh, is it though? I mean, I would argue that, yes, you had the intent, but you haven't actually committed the crime. Whereas attempted murder is still, like... Fuck, that's a good point. I suppose it depends what the laws are on the books, but, I mean, damn. I mean, kid, you're right. You've got attempted robbery, attempted burglary. Wow, imagine going to jail without ever actually being able to successfully scam someone. That poor bastard. Both Yip and Jason traveled to Cambodia and visited the scam compound. There, Yip got to witness 32 scam call operators working in a soundproof room. After returning to Malaysia, he decided to join the syndicate. On November 21st, he flew to Cambodia and took on the job. He later learned the monthly pay was actually $1,800. There you go. Along with 1% commission on any proceeds from scam victims. All payments were made in cryptocurrency. The scam leader explained to Yip how the scam worked and pointed out that their main targets were Singaporeans. He was assigned to be a scam call operator and had to impersonate a bank official. He was given a phone, a list of phone numbers of Singaporean victims, and a script. Told you that there was a script. Attempted grapes. True. Unsuccessfully unsuccessful. Simpsons clip. I'm in jail for a crime I didn't even commit. Attempted murder. What is that? They give a Nobel Prize for attempted chemistry. He had the script, however, he couldn't deliver the lines despite having memorized the script. He failed to succeed in any of his scam attempts. 3 days later, he was fired and sent back to Malaysia. In February of 25, he started working as a delivery driver in Singapore and took home about $2,300 a month. Working as a delivery driver, he was getting more money than working as a scammer. I think that might say a little something about the whole process. Oh my god, multi-level marketing scamming. Wait, that's just multi-level marketing. He was arrested on September 9, delivering the sentence. The judge pointed out that Yip returned to Malaysia not because he had a change of heart, but because he was fired. According to CNY, Yip's lawyer cited his cooperation with authorities and the fact that he didn't make a single successful scam call. It was heard in court that the authorities received 528 cases regarding government official impersonation scams. The victims ranged from those aged 26 to 84. About 11.8 million was scammed from victims aged above 65. The Singapore police force and the Cambodian police launched a raid against the scam syndicate running a government impersonation scam on September 9, 25. To date, 21 individuals related to the syndicate have been arrested. 31 are on the run. One of my aunts was scammed while I was with her and tried telling her that she learnt that from that one. The other day, someone was trying to scam her again, but this time she was on top of it. Well, that's good then. Bro was a scammer equivalent of can't find his way out of a paper bag. Oh my god. Oh, but it's like someone was telling me the other day, they had a family member contact them and go, oh yeah, hey, I'm behind on some of my bills, but this person that handles my cryptocurrency said to me that if I give them $1,000, they'll be able to give me 10,000 back, but the $1,000 is a release fee. Okay, how much of your cryptocurrency do they hold? Well, I gave them money to buy cryptocurrency, but they don't have any for me now. And you want to give them more money? Pretty sure alarm bells should be ringing there. It's like, you can't fix stupid. God, I've got to work out why my Steam Deck isn't working. I miss being able to bring up the funny videos and shit, so. Oh, God. Oh, alright, guys. I think I might call it there, actually. I know it was only 2 hours, but hey, you know what they say, always leave them wanting more, so. But frankly, I'm still recuperating from the foot and that sort of thing, and I did not get a lot of sleep last night, so. Hopefully, these will be more recurring, at least once on the weekend, because, you know, depends. I mean, there's a whole lot of fucking factors that I really need to. I know I said this last time, but I really need to get back in the swing of streaming. Keep an eye out for the videos on the main channel. I'm gonna do my best with what I've got, basically. At this point, it's do I put more effort into the production of them and keep procrastinating, or do I just sit in front of the camera and you know, record the lines, or do I just verbal vomit things? So I don't know. I really have no idea what the fuck I'm doing here. But thank you so much for keeping me company, and thank you for watching. Hopefully watching the USA food stuff was interesting too. But as always, remember, you're not a piece of shit. You have value and do contribute to society, especially for being here and keeping me company. Sugar coma soon. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to get these things into the I'm gonna have to get these into the fridge and so that I can do a taste test and that sort of thing. But yeah, we'll wait and see. But anyway, stay healthy, wealthy, wise, folks, and I'll catch you all shortly. Cheers. Where's the button?
And again, on your way out, please do me the favor and hit the like and subscribe button if you're so inclined. It costs nothing. It's absolutely free, and we'll be friends forever. Bye now.
This shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.